Happy Sunday. This is your girl, Marilyn Monroe of the Culture Club Conversation. But today I am with SwagHer magazine, and my segment is Sisterhood Sunday. So, welcome all and thank you for joining us. Today I have another spotlight on another sister. It is important to me as a woman, a sister, to always recognize and showcase the amazing women. A lot of times that are unsung. In some cases, they're not. But it's important to also let me know if you know someone that could be or would like to be on the spotlight of sisterhood Saturday or Sunday. But in this case, we're on Sunday. So today I have a family, a friend, a family member in a sense, a friend, Alicia, in was Collier-John,
Collier-John.
Collier-John, and she is joining me today to discuss her business, her all the things that she brings to the table, and her business is Melanin Enterprise. She has a umbrella of so many great talents in business opportunities that she gives the world. I've seen quite a few of her postings. I've never I've never been at one of the events, but she does. She's almost like the Walmart of all things. That's why it's, of course, enterprise, because it's a lot, and it's a lot in a great way. So let's discuss all things Melanin Enterprise. Welcome, AC, and thank you for joining me today.
Thank you so much, Ty, for having me. Happy Sunday, everyone. I am the owner, CEO of Melanin Enterprises, LLC. Underneath my enterprises is 4 DBAs. The first one is called Pursuit Guidance. There's a lot of people out there that would like to be small business owners, and they just don't know how to go about doing that. And I pretty much help you with your startup, help you get your business name registered out there, making sure that it's not already in use in your state where you are at. What kind of entity you should be involved with, how to open up a business bank account, and all that goodness. The next is my business called Best of Memories. That's my event planning business. And I am not a person that some people won't work with you unless you have a certain budget. I work on your budget. So your event could be as low key and as grand as you would like it to be. And it could be of you want me to do one thing of it, or you like, listen, AC, this is my date, time, my theme. I just want to show up pretty, and you take care of the rest. I do that. Next, I have Impeccable Finish. That is my no demo interior decorating business, where if you have a space that you just need to transform, maybe you're an empty nester now and you never could get your house to your taste and your touch because you didn't want your kids to destroy your stuff, or you got a new house and you really don't know what to do with it. I come in and I kind of transform the spaces that you want me to work with. I kind of do it as in I do a consultation and I learn your style, your taste, kind of get your vibes, and then after that you kind of entrust me with that space where you don't see it, you're not involved in the process. After that point, we kind of do deadline dates, and then there's a big reveal at the end, and you come in and you kind of see your space. And I have yet to have a client be disappointed. They all have cried up until this point, and it's been beyond what they expected it to be. And then last, I have Perfect Dwellings, which is my property management and rental business, where I have rentals that I rent out and manage. So that's kind of what I do, a little bit of everything. I like to be your one-stop shop kind of person. So reach out to me if you ever need any of my services. Our goal is to serve beyond your expectations.
You have definitely, like I said, the Walmart of everything. Like that, everything that you mentioned is pretty much all the things we do in life. We own homes, we rent them if in fact we don't want to sell them. You definitely need some type of you know, defiance in the home of, like, decor. You bring the repairs in, the things that's needed. You provide the business setup. Like, you do all things that everyone in life needs, at least one or two or all. I know I would need all. So well, actually, I'm a one man. I would need all. So I think that's amazing how you're able to like have everything and be really, really good at every bit of service you provide.
Mhm.
So tell me about, let's just say, um, the setup of the business. Let's kind of get into a little deeper. Uh, Someone comes to you and says, "Hey, I had this business idea. Help me."
So the first thing I would do is ask them what their thought of is the business, because usually people don't even have a business plan. They want to say, I want to do this, but they don't even know the nooks and crannies about it. And I have a real conversation with people. When you want to own your own business, the reality of it is that at least the first 3 years of it, you are the business. You are
Yes.
working the business. Your hands on the business. And if you are not looking to do that, then it's probably not a good idea for you to go into it. And then we need to think about who's all involved in the business so that we can work out kind of entity you need to be in, whether it's a sole proprietorship or partnership or corporation, and things of that nature. And the biggest one that I think a lot of people get stuck on is the business name. They'll throw out the business name and they thought of it, and that's just the name I want. And they don't understand there's so many other businesses out there. And if you're in your city, your state, and somebody else could already have it.
Yes.
So I go to register it and I'm like, oh, sorry, you can't use that. It's already in use. And so now they're stuck on changing the name over and over again. And hit me up, was this one in use? This one is used. Yes, 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 yes. Um,
Yes.
and um, and so sometimes it takes a while just to come up with the right business name that works for you, that you can register with the state. Getting that legal paperwork and things of that sort done. It starts up with the setup. Sometimes people want me to go even further because they just really don't have business backing. My degree is in business. Business administration and business management. So I then can take it further where if you want to go deeper into it of how to set up the bank account, how to do marketing and advertisement, and get you connected with different people in those avenues to help your business grow. Even the financial aspects of it, of what that looks like. The biggest thing is once the money starts coming in, people automatically wants to spend. They're not thinking about the overhead costs and other things that may come up, and now they've spent too much, and now they're under. So it's a lot of work within that first 3 to 5 years of running a business to survive it. And I tell people, once you get over that 5 year point, then
Mm-hmm.
more than likely, if you succeeded within that 5 years, you're more than likely going to continue to be successful in that business. So I try to have a good business conversation with my clients to give them good reality of what it takes, to let them know all that is involved, to see if they really want to go down this road.
I agree. So do you also create like that business plan for them, or do you encourage your clients to participate in the creation of their business, not just kind of like throw you everything and then have you figure it out? Do you encourage them to say, "Hey, let's sit down and do this together"?
When it comes to my business with Pursue Guidance, I have to have the client be just as hand on as me. I am
Yeah.
guiding you, I am doing things for you, but unless you learn this along the way, you're going to fail at it. So you
Yeah.
need to take my advice, and I'm there to support and give suggestions, but some of this you have to do the footwork yourself. So I will nicely give you a blueprint. I will give you deadlines and goals to meet. But
Good.
I send you out there to actually do the work. Some of it is you actually need to clean up your credit, or build credit, to help you on the business side to establish the business credit. I will look at that and show you what you need to do and tell you how to clean that up. You don't need to pay somebody to do that. Everybody can do that for themselves. I will guide you in those areas, but you have to be the one to do it. I'm not going to do it for you, because at the end of the day, it's your business that you're going to run. I'm not going to be there in and day out. You are. So if you don't want to do these things to get yourself set up, then more than likely when the hard work really comes later on, you're not going to be willing to do it then.
That's
So
right.
this is why I'm there to guide you. I'm consult with you. I'm to help you with the startup part of it, but a lot of the work I put on you to do with guiding you along the way.
I agree. That's great. That teaches self-sufficiency. Like you can definitely do it for someone and it'll always depend on you, but then you need to teach them how to be able to maintain and manage. And that's important, especially when it's your business. So I love that. So I'm gonna kind of go back a little bit because I want to ask, let's hear the background of how you came up with the wonderful business name of Melanin Enterprise. Because I love your logo. Your logo is unmatched.
So I wanted to be, and I don't want people to mistaken. I help any background client. I don't just want people to think I only serve our kind. I serve anyone, but I wanted to be known that my business was Black owned. And so I wanted my name to reflect that. And I think one of the greatnesses of us being Black is what makes us Black is our melanin. That in our blood is what makes us so great. And so I wanted my name to reflect that. And then I wanted my logo to show that, so that I wanted to incorporate the melanin chain in my logo design. So actually I worked down here in South Carolina with a female Black owned graphic designer who has her own business, Ebony, shout out to you, who I had worked with several people before her with this envision. Like I had it in my mind, but nobody was making the vision come to life of what I was looking for when it came to my logo and what I wanted to look like. And I kept saying no to them and they weren't getting it right. And I literally had one conversation with her and she brought me back some examples and she was like spot on. I was like, yes, that's it. So that's how it came about. I wanted my name so you knew it was Black business owned. And I want to celebrate us. Being Black is a beautiful thing. Being a Black woman is a beautiful thing. I'm a Black woman who rocks. I'm never shy of that.
That's right. That's right. Thank you, George, he gave us a bunch of stars. Thank you so much, George. SwagHer is tuned in. Jermel, I'm sure you are tuned in. Thank you so much for your support. You and Fancy, I really appreciate you. So yes, everyone that's tuned in, thank you. We are speaking to Alicia Collier-John, and she is the owner, CEO of Melanin Enterprises. She has a ton of services and resources that she offers. She just shouted out one great resource in which I will put in my back pocket and keep it. And thank you so much for not gatekeeping that. We may have her on the segment to share her story and what she offers. So let's go into, now that we know about Melanin, right? And I love that because I love I love the logo. I love the entire thing. Like I looked at it and I was like, that is so catchy. It's so timeless. It's definitely unmatched. You don't see it, or I haven't seen it like anywhere else. So I love that because that definitely sets you aside from everyone else. So let's talk about my favorite thing is the decor. I'm definitely a home person. I'm very domestic, and this is my favorite part of your menu of services. Let's talk about your decor because this is I see your background, and I see how like nice and like intentional every piece is put together. So let's talk about like how this comes into play and how important and how do you love doing this part of your business.
I will say this is probably between Impeccable Finish and Best of Memories, are probably my top two of my favorite. It's just like, when you find your niche, like this is my passion. This is what I love to do. I love to transform things. So I love that. I love going into a space that is an empty space or outdated space. And my client is like, I have no clue what to do with it. That is my thing. My kids will tell you, my children will tell you, I'm obsessed. HGTV is always on the TV. They know every episode with me of everyone. They were arguing the other day of how much they watched with me, who's watched more Property Brothers or anything like that. So that's probably what got me like really into it. And then I was always creative in that way, just growing up. And that, I've always, had a touch, and I didn't, and the thing is, when I was younger, I kind of thought everybody did this. Like everybody decorated their home. Everybody had style. I just thought it was a thing. Then I remember getting my first apartment when I was 18, my first 1-bedroom apartment. And like my friends came in like a week after I got into it and was like, first of all, it looks like you always lived here. This is crazy. You just moved in and like everything's in place and everything. But like, it's so nice in here. Like, this is crazy. Like, how'd you do this? And I'm like, everybody's house looks like that. They're like, no, it doesn't, AC. Everybody's house does not look like this. And then I realized I really had a gift to transform things over. And I don't just do residential, I do commercial. I've done businesses, business offices, commercial spaces. I've done basements where people wanted to transform it into like a guest space for when they have company over, but a game room for the husband man cave / movie theater, the whole works. But I really like to go in and have a conversation and get a feel of the client and their personalities and their likes and their dislikes, and what kind of colors move them and things of that sort. And from that, I kind of just come up with the creativity. I do go back and just kind of give, after creating a first couple pieces of getting their opinions to know if I'm going in the right direction or not with them. But when I say they're really not involved, some people let them keep coming in like week after week and seeing the updates and seeing what's going on. I don't do that. It's like a total reveal at the end where you didn't see anything. And it has worked out each and every time where, like I said, every last one of my clients have cried and going like, I would never thought this would be the outcome. This is way better than I've ever expected to be. But that is kind of my niche, decorating and doing decor. I do not do demos, so like I won't knock anything down, but I will build for you. So like with the movie theater, when I did it that time, they went to elevation, like when you go into the movie theaters and it's like the step up where the recliners are on each level. So I built that inside their house from that. The recliners had 2 levels up. So we built the platform. So I have no problem building. I just won't tear any or knock any walls down or anything like that for you.
Gotcha. I love it. So like as a decor woman myself, and I'm definitely, like you said, you're right. Like growing up, I thought that was just everyone knew how to decorate, just knew how to match. And I would consider in my next home, I'm open to hiring you to come in to do something because I want to be unbiased to my style. Like, are you the same way? Would you also be open to someone that does this for a living to come into your space and redecorate a room?
Absolutely. And because taste changes over time, and you could kind of get stuck in your own ways, and maybe somebody else's taste opens your eyes to like, I didn't think I would like this, but this is me too. Yes. And I find that over time, our style and our taste does change. And I'm always, listen, anybody, I'm open. You want to come in and decorate my space? I'm for it.
Oh, good. Well, it's good to know that you're not so biased, because some people, when they, for instance, like hairdressers, they're like, nope, no one's touching my hair. No, like no one can do my hair. So
it's only 2 things I'm picky about that I'm not trusting. Once I find my people, and that's my hair, because I don't put my locks and my nails. Anything else? I'm open. We can give it a try.
I know it. Like you and I are very, very much similar. Very. It's almost like.
So when we first met, like we were strangers, and how we met. But like I instantly got the vibe from you, like even like instantly, like we are similar in a lot of ways as women, as mothers, as situations that we may be experiencing in life. So I think we immediately connected very quick and early on, because you could just feel it between us that there was a similarities like a lot.
Very much. You know. So let's go on to the planning. So of course we're gonna tell me about the events that you plan besides your family's events, because I always see the birthday party. Like you are very, very detailed with your decor. So let's talk about your event planning.
So my event planning, and I actually shout out to my baby girl, my daughter. She is like my partner in this. She's away at college right now. She attends Pitt. She's a junior there. But this is the business, and she actually came up with the business name with Best in Memories, because I was stuck with coming up with a business name. So she actually came up with the business name. But I've been schooling her on the business. One day she may take it over for me when I retire. But she's very much in the know of the business ins and outs of how I run that business. She does a lot of the bloom work for me. She's very good at doing the arches and the backdrops and stuff of that nature for me. But she's learning the business in and out. So I do it along with my baby, and I have other assistants and people that help out too. But that's what I do with my daughter. But again, we work on the person's budget. So if you say my budget's $500, I can give you an event for $500. If you say it's $5,000, I can give you an event for $5,000. I could put together an event in a week. If I'd rather not, but I can do a last minute event if you need me to. But again, the people come to me. You can come to me with, again, just a date and time, color scheme and theme, and say, I just want to show up and be pretty. You do everything else. And when I say everything else, you mean you want me to get the music for you. You want me to get the food for you. You want me to decorate the venue for you. You want me to do the guest list and the whole, you don't want to have to do anything. I will do every aspect of the event for you. Or you can just say, I just want you to provide food and the servers. I do that too. So there's pretty much nothing I won't do with the event planning. And I do all events. So graduations, birthday parties, baby showers, anniversaries. I always say
divorce parties.
Listen, divorce parties, engagement parties. But the only one, and I said this when I first started, like, I'm not doing weddings. I am not doing weddings. And that was a lie. It was a lie, because then I got contracts. Somebody saw my work and then contracted me, and I ended up doing a wedding. So there's nothing that I do.
My 1/3 of my podcast, Culture Club Conversations, Green Eyes said menopause parties.
Definitely.
That's a thing.
Listen, I am still waiting for it to happen for me, and when it happens, I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to throw myself. I'm going
to listen. Thank you, Green Eyes.
So there's not an event that you can't think of that I won't do.
That's it. Let's talk about that last piece, which is perfect dwellings. That's your management. You manage your property management and your commercial management piece. Let's talk about that.
So that piece came about because it's actually what I had been doing for a living in the corporate world for 12 years now. And so I go, well, if I can do it for the corporate world, why can't I just do it for myself? You know how to do this. Right. And so that's how I got into it. Ended up owning my own first property, didn't live there anymore. Instead of saying, oh, let me sell it and be done with it. Let me just start my own rental business and start renting homes and going from there, and renting and keep going on with this. And so that's what I've been doing. And now I'm looking to expand where other owners who may not know how to or don't want to, but don't want to get rid of their home, but they've moved on and would like to keep that as income, but need somebody to management, I will take it over for them and manage their properties as well.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great. Again, we're very similar women, very much. So yeah, so we'll wrap it up in if you could tell all SwagHer and of course the culture where to find you, anywhere they can find you so that they can get some of your business.
So I am on Facebook. I have a page, Melanin Enterprises. You can look me up there and see some of my postings and some of the events and things I've done. You can also reach me through email at melaninenterprisesllc@gmail.com. You can also, if you need my services and would like to contact me, and let me pull it up here. I don't call myself, unfortunately. Give you my phone number. It is
This is great. And keep in mind, guys, she does all of it. She has all the services.
You can reach me at 833-551-4900 if you want to reach out to me via phone to inquire about my services and what I can do for you. Again, that number is 833-551-4900.
That is awesome. So yeah, like, I'll be in touch. But what were you gonna say?
And when you call, you'll get Melanin Enterprises, and you can actually, it will break down the 4 different businesses, and you hit the option that you're calling for. So I know what services you're interested in.
I love that. I love that. I really do. That is great. So she is currently located in South Carolina, but she has dual residency. So, and she travels. So keep that in mind. So traveling and her having a dual residency is definitely not a problem for her because my girl is she in the car quick.
Yes,
The
thank
one
you for
minute she here, next minute she's gone.
yes, thank you for mentioning that. I have clients all over, up and down the East Coast. I go north, south. It's nothing but a flight or a
Yes,
trip in a car for me. So
that's right.
don't think that I can only do business. I still travel to do business all over. So reach out to me no matter where you are.
And that she does. So I just definitely want to put that piece in because you're definitely just not local. You are definitely national. That part. So, with that said, I really, really thank you all for joining. So, this is a challenge that Marilyn Monroe has for all of my followers and all of those who've come on to Sistahood. I am challenging each and every one to get with SwagHer and purchase a package. I want the December or January entire travel book to be pretty much me and all of my guests. I want us to showcase our business. I want us to showcase ourselves. I want us to showcase our testimonies. And I want it all based on the sisterhood segment. So if you are interested, in which I hope you are, because I want to do a takeover, a SwagHer travel book or SwagHer magazine takeover, contact swagheronline.com and let them know what you want, how you want it. They'll tell you the price. It's super affordable. Invest in your business, invest in yourself. I mean, we spend money on dumber things. I mean, we can get a coffee every day, iced coffee, a drink that equates to something that you could do for your business to get more visibility and to showcase yourself. And it definitely is amongst sisters and business women and great women. So, with that said, thank you, AC, for joining me today. Thank you all for joining me today. I love you, and God does too. Have a great Sunday.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Have a great day.